Welcome to the Nerdist Podcast number 656. Today's episode is brought to you by Crunchyroll, the place to stream anime online. If you're a fan of anime and you're a fan of the internet, then you absolutely want to go straight to crunchyroll.com/Nerdist. Since you're going to get 30 days of anime in HD quality, 1080p with no ads. That is a premium account free for a month. They have a gigantic collection. Some shows are available just 1 hour after they air in Japan. That is the level of dedication we're talking about here with Crunchyroll. It is by anime fans, for anime fans. So go to crunchyroll.com/Nerdist, sign up for a 30-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium, and enjoy your anime. Let's go to the Nerdist Community Court Board. First one, by the way, if you want to get your event potentially mentioned on a Nerdist podcast, email us at events@nerdist.com. WonderCon is this weekend. That is April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Nerdist will be present. We have a bunch of panels there. We have a booth set up with our pals at Geek and Sundry. And so we'll all be there at various times. And come by, stop by the booth. We'll have some fun activities and stuff for you to look at. And then I'll be hosting the overall Nerdist panel in the arena on Sunday, I believe at 11 a.m., so a bunch of folks from Nerdist will be there. We'll have some announcements. We'll show some footage of stuff, answer some comments, and generally have a delightful WonderCon time as we mentally prepare for San Diego Comic-Con, which is coming down the pipeline. It's going to be here before you know it, and we will be doing shows there, so we'll be able to announce those soon. But here's what you guys are up to out in the world. Denver comedian Ben Roy, a friend of ours, a friend of mine, he's an amazing comedian. Denver has an incredible comedy scene. He's part of the Grolics with Adam Caton Holland and Andrew Overdahl. He is in a punk band called Spells. So find out all about their music at spellsrules.bandcamp.com. Also, this was from Nerdist listener Chad David. I have some friends who own the Ridiculous Puppet Company in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Every week they do a comedy vlog with their main character, Felton. It's a lot of sci-fi movie humor and very weird. So check out their YouTube channel, youtube.com/ridiculouspuppettco, as in Ridiculous Puppet Company. And Indie PopCon is coming to Indianapolis Convention Center June 26th through 28th. Go to Indie PopCon for more details. And again, events@nerdist.com. This episode is Ben Gibbard, who is basically Death Cab for Cutie, a band that I've been a fan of for over a decade, and also the Postal Service, another band that I've been a fan of for over a decade. Death Cab has a new album out called Kintsugi. It is out Tuesday, March 31st, and Ben's on tour with Death Cab, so info and tour dates can be found at deathcabforcutie.com. We recorded this podcast at SIR in Hollywood, which is a huge recording/rehearsal facility that is very cool to us. And so Ben played a song, which was fantastic, considering that he's just getting over a fractured wrist. He still played and sang. But Ben's super funny and very cool, and I'm going to say a new pal of mine. Like, we kind of became buds. So the podcast, bringing people together. This podcast, by the way, also brought to you by Stamps.com. Stamps.com is going to make your life better and easier because you have to mail things. We still have to snail mail things, all right? Until we can perfect matter transporters, until we can email solid objects, then you're going to have to use the Postal Service, Ben Gibbard. Oh, it almost plays out too well. Stamps.com will give you all of the service of any post office right from your desk. Blink, 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 blink. Buy an official print. Buy and print out official U.S. postage for any letter package using your computer or printer. Then you just hand it to your mail carrier. Very easy. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to stop doing that now. I apologize. You probably fast-forwarded through that little blurb. Unlike the post office, Stamps.com is open 24/7 with no lines, so get your mailing and your shipping done whenever it is convenient for you, friend. Right now, use the promo code NERDIST for the special offer, no risk trial, $110 bonus offer, including a digital scale, and up to $55 of free postage. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in NERDIST. That is Stamps.com. Enter the promo code NERDIST. And now, here's the Nerdist Podcast number 656 with the fantastic Ben Gibbard.
Now entering Nerdist.com. We had to change it, right? There was some.
Chris Cornell's very litigious.
Yeah, everything's changed just enough.
There was threats of lawsuits, and we had to back off.
Black hole moon, won't you come?
So you still have black and hole in there. You got to change it all up.
You can't do it the same.
Yeah.
Welcome. Is your hand okay, or is that just to keep it protected?
My hand is healing, but I broke it about 6 weeks ago, so I'm in the last week of kind of wearing the splint around strangers so they don't try to.
So as a musician, when you break your hand, you're like, well, this is great. I mean, I get to rest. I don't have to work. It's all positive.
I can't do my work.
I can't do the thing that pays the bills that people expect me to do.
I mean, honestly, the timing could have been worse. This could have happened a week ago. And honestly, it happened at a time which was not obviously advantageous to working and enjoying life. But at the same time, there was enough time for it to heal before we have to play actual shows and everything like that.
Well, it's never fun to break a hand.
No, it's never fun.
Yeah.
There's never a good time for it. But if there has to be a time for it, it's best to happen not before a world tour.
Especially when you're saving those children from that speeding bus. Then you're a true hero.
Thank you. Well, you guys always clearly saw the news report.
Yeah. We saw the.
We need to go into it, really.
Yeah.
It's not until you injure yourself in some horrible way in a moment that you realize how incredibly fragile you are, or how hard you swing your legs when you're walking, when you smack your foot into something. You're like, wow, at any moment, I am a second away from crippling myself to live my life.
Yeah, and your bodies are extremely fragile, I found out. They're not as strong as you think they are.
Well, you get confused sometimes because it goes the other way, too, where you fall or you hit something and you go, that didn't hurt one bit. I'm a fucking superhero. I'm just like Bruce Willis and unbreakable.
No, we're like iPhones. Like, you could drop 2 times and then one time drop not so bad and then we just shatter.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, so it really is just about catching us on the ride.
And I feel the opportunities that I've not taken, which I should have throughout this entire broken hand situation, is that lying to strangers about how it happened.
Yeah.
I haven't taken up any of the opportunities to ask. You're on a plane or something like that, and someone's like, "Oh my God, what happened to your hand?"
Yeah.
And I immediately launch into the story of exactly how it happened instead of all of the things I could tell them that they're never going to know. Just for my own amusement. I mean, just think about, the same thing. Oh yeah, these kids were out playing in the street and this runaway bus came along and I wasn't meaning to be a hero.
I was playing a festival, so I crowd surfed I ran across all the hands of the people and leapt into the road and saved these kids. Mm-hmm. But finished the set at the same time.
Really, it's the crowd that are the real heroes for lifting me up.
Yeah, it was Never.
I do it for them. They did it for me.
What is the real story?
I was running a trail race on Orcas Island up in the San Juan Islands outside of, I guess, northwest area.
Yeah.
And I was just crossing this footbridge. It was wet and rainy as it is in the northwest, and just hit it and just went down like a ton of bricks. Just kind of total banana peel style, but not as funny.
Yeah.
And went down and just shattered the wrist. The bones were all clearly not where they were supposed to be. Nothing broke the skin.
Oh no!
I mean, got some surgery, and I'm very nonchalant about it now. I was pretty devastated when it happened, but it's been 6 weeks, and
Do you think it would have been worse if it was your left hand?
Without a doubt, yeah. Because I can't, obviously, I can't move it at all with a splint, but I only have about 2 or maybe an inch worth of movement right and left, and when you're playing guitar, you have to have quite a bit.
You can just do this in a weird. You can just strum up and down.
Or I could do like the Bill Wyman thing and turn the guitar.
Yeah, you got to get a V, flying V, so you
vertically,
and rest it on your leg.
Yeah,
straight up like that.
Yeah, maybe proper guitar form is. I could
like the old Les Paul style.
Maybe I've been doing it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, maybe just like rubber cement a pick into the cast and then just do this really hard.
Just look like a guy from Rock of Fire Explosion. You'll just look like
just as awkward as possible. Yeah. Or like strum with your knee. Like there's so many weird things you could do.
I mean, I really miss some clearly some great opportunities.
It's a lot of things to think about, Ben.
Still got a lot of time. Got a lot of time to do all this.
I mean, just re-break it.
What I'm saying is let Jonah and I be part of your creative team. And we're going to come up with ways, pyrotechnic ways, weird guitar strumming ways that are really going to take the band to the next level.
What about some pyrotechnics shooting out of the splint?
I like it.
Crazy you say that. Idea number 4. Splint technics. Pyro splint technics was on the list of things.
It was, and it was written down like that a few times.
I crossed out. No, that's not.
Pyro splint.
That's not how you spell that.
I was trying to find the right portmanteau.
That's not how you spell that made up word.
Damn it! I'm no good at this. I quit, Jonah.
No, this is all still written down. You're saying I quit. I say please don't.
So your tour starts pretty in a couple days, right? You're starting in Mesa.
Well, we have like a one-off show in Mesa, and then we start the tour going from city to city on April 27th, I guess. In Kansas
This is
City.
the first tour in a long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like the last time we were on tour proper was summer 2012, so I guess that's a long time in rock and roll.
Yeah.
2012, I think of 2012. Oh no, that was 3 years ago. God damn it!
Well, I think it's just
time is moving very fast. Time is slipping away.
And when people say like it's been 4 years since your last record, isn't that a long time? Like, actually, not really. It feels like it was just yesterday we were doing this whole thing. In the last one. So
Mouse after was it 7-8 years put out an album?
Yeah.
They didn't, and like it was like I was reading some interview with Isaac, and he was like I didn't realize it was that long.
I don't know Isaac hardly at all, but that would not surprise me.
You don't see him in the Northwest Indie Rock picnics?
Every year we get together for our Children of Built to Spill picnic, and we all talk about how much Doug has influenced